What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. Make no mistake, there are a lot of dumb criminals out here. But what I'm going to show you today is one of the dumbest ever in history. I told you before, a lot of young people, man, you know, I don't know what it is with them. Some of them can't get right, don't want to get right. And a lot of them are missing a lot of vital teachings provided to them as a man. One of the teachings is find a way to get what you need and, you know, keep moving forward legally. This guy right here must have missed that part. See this dude here? This guy's out of Mesquite, Texas. Shout out Mesquite. This guy's name is Devonta Matthews, age 24. You would think he had some type of sense. But then again, he got that shit on his face. That right there tell you all you need to know. This guy with the heart on his face, the black heart, I guess he's cold-hearted or he's been hurt in life or whatever it is people say with that shit that they having that shit. This guy went on a spree, a minor killing spree, because he wanted to go and see if he could get him an apartment. What this guy went and did was go in 2 separate gas stations in Dallas, Texas, shout out D-Tap, and kill 2 unsuspecting clerks to steal lottery scratch-offs. You hear what I said? He shot 2 men to death in 2 separate gas stations and stole the lottery tickets, scratch-offs, so he could win and go and get an apartment. The 2 victims identified as, one gas station was Muhammad Hussein, age 60. The other guy was Gopi Desari, age 60. Both of them, I think, were from India. And that plays a role in this. This right here should be charged as a hate crime. This guy's been caught. Take a look at this and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is one of the dumbest reasons to take somebody's life or just do some all type of niggerdom. I've never seen this. Take a look.
Police say the man accused of murdering 2 convenience store clerks admitted to the murders and confessed he didn't give them time to even comply with his demands. Devonta Mathis is charged with murder for killing 60-year-old Muhammad Hussein in Mesquite, and then just a little more than a day later, 32-year-old Gopi Desari in Dallas. Investigators say he admitted he used a stolen truck and a gun bought illegally to commit the crimes, and police say he did it for lottery tickets. Fox 4's David Santendry is at the Dallas County Jail with new details on the investigation. David.
Yeah, according to an arrest warrant affidavit, Devonta Mathis showed no remorse while talking with police about those 2 murders. In fact, he said he wanted to take his own life when he was being chased by police, but he could not find his own gun. What was the motive behind these shootings?
It appears just to be straight robbery.
According to an arrest affidavit obtained by Fox 4, Devonta Mathis admitted to shooting a clerk in the chest last Thursday at a convenience store off West Bruton Road in Mesquite before stealing lottery tickets. Then, days later, shooting and killing another clerk while on the run.
I will say this, it was pretty heinous in the sense of neither clerk appears to have been even given the opportunity to comply.
Mathis told police he shot the clerk, identified as Muhammad Hussein, because of the way he looked, referring to skin color, and stated he did not think the clerk would have been cooperative. Mathis allegedly told detectives he never told the clerk anything, but when he walked in, the clerk looked at him, so he shot him because he did not want him to run out and call the police.
Again, I can't speak to what somebody would or wouldn't have done, but I would assume he would have probably just complied and given the man whatever he wanted.
Police say Mathis got away with stolen lottery tickets, and he was seen on surveillance cashing them out in Hillsboro, just north of Waco, where he's from.
It's very hard to get into someone else's head. We can't really do that and know what they're thinking or why they're doing what they're doing, but certainly the behavior speaks for itself.
Mesquite PD says Mathis also admitted to shooting 32-year-old Gopi Krishna Desari, a clerk at a Fox Fuel in the Pleasant Grove neighborhood of Dallas on Saturday. Desari died. Less than an hour later, Mathis was arrested after an attempted traffic stop and pursuit in Mesquite. How rare is this type of situation?
I would say it's very rare, and all the more importance that we get this person off the street.
Police say Mathis told detectives he bought the pistol he allegedly used from a man off the streets for $400. He was hoping that the lottery ticket winnings would give him enough money to get an apartment.
To me, what that would say is that this is someone who is just truly violent and doesn't have a lot of remorse for what they're doing, or really any for that matter.
Mathis is charged with 2 counts of capital murder as well as a couple other charges. Bond set at $7.5 million right now as he sits in the Dallas County Jail.
Right, guys, that's the story of Devontae Mathis, the dumbass of the day. $7.5 million bond for killing 2 strangers who were there to serve you as you walked in their store. Didn't do anything to you. Guys, they said this dude didn't even give them a chance to react. Now, I'm going to show you the video they showed before, like where one of the guys was talking. That was in the one Dallas store with Mohammed Hussein, the 60-year-old that tragically lost his life. May he rest in peace, as the other victim should as well. They're going to show you surveillance footage of how he came in the store and how just wild this was. This man never stood a chance, y'all. And I told you, extreme crimes need extreme punishments. We have got a lot of people out here right now that if they were birds, they'd be flying backwards. Just take a look at this footage, man.
Waco man, this one right here behind me, he is in jail after shooting and killing a 60-year-old man in North Texas. And as Matt Howerton explains, he's possibly connected to another death as well.
I come here almost really every day.
The face behind the counter.
He's like family, you know.
For roughly 20 years, some may have never noticed Mohammed Hussein as they came and went from this Mesquite convenience store.
We socialize, we talk about sports. He likes to watch soccer and things like that.
But many, like Matthew Jones, did.
A real good man, you know, always positive. That's why I was like, when I heard it, I didn't understand.
The longtime 60-year-old clerk here shot and killed last Thursday during a robbery. The suspect took off, but cameras able to grab great footage of his car. Just over 24 hours later, early Saturday morning.
An officer on routine patrol just doing his thing happens to see the vehicle.
A Mesquite officer spotting that car and arresting 21-year-old Devontae Mathis after a short pursuit. Little did that officer know.
Subsequently, they learn about the Dallas offense as well.
Mathis fleeing the scene of another gas station robbery less than 30 minutes earlier, one in Pleasant Grove that ended with the murder of 32-year-old clerk Gopi Krishna Desari, according to Dallas police.
The connection between both of these shootings truly disturbing. In both robberies, police say both victims not given a chance.
This video of Desari, the clerk in Pleasant Grove, standing behind the counter. Desari fought for 18 hours in the hospital before dying, his family says. He came to the U.S. months ago, leaving behind his wife and infant son in India to provide for them.
This is pretty heinous to do what he did to these two people.
Robbery clearly the motive here, police say, but taking a life to empty a cash register. Investigators still trying to understand why 2 innocent men needed to die for that.
That's pretty heartless. I think the victims in both of these probably would have given whatever was asked of them to not be killed.
In Mesquite, I'm Matt Howerton.
All right, thank you so much. Well, this morning, almost $250,000 has been raised for the family of one of the victims. This is what you're looking at here behind me. Now, the 32-year-old man's family says that he came from India for a better life.
Guys, they said that was what was said a little bit about the victims. May they rest in peace. I'm going to tell you, it's scary times out there. I mean, it's always been bad, but it's really bad right now. Think about that. Could you imagine if any of you was in that store at that counter when he ran up in there and did that to that man? He would have got you too. You see how he took somebody's life just like that? That's why they say it was a hate crime. I didn't like his skin color. He looked at me. I thought he was going to call the cops. Did you hear the other thing when he got caught? I was going to kill myself, but I couldn't find my gun. You ain't kill yourself after you took that first guy's life, let alone the second one. That's the thing. Once they get caught and they know they about to go to jail, they want to off themselves. If you doing stuff or have thoughts of doing stuff that's going to have you take somebody else's life that has nothing to do with it, or you going to do something that puts you in a place that you'll kill yourself before you go, don't do it. Or just off yourself then. Be done with it. The mentality and mindset of a lot of people out here right now, both young and old, is like they ingested something in the air or in food or something. Everybody done lost their freaking mind out here. Think about that. I want an apartment. Not thinking about get a job and save up. What can I do? I need an apartment now. I got it. I'll go shoot 2 people that I don't like. I have a problem with how they look. I need lottery tickets. I'll get some scratch-offs and then I'll blow up. Go get me a thing. You stole a car. He ain't have no car. Said he bought a gun for $400. That could have been your security. I mean, that could have been your, what's his name? To get your credit ran to see if you got see if you're going to qualify for an apartment. There are so many apartments out here, low income, what have you, that will give you an apartment with next to no credit. He's 24 years old. He should have credit. But sometimes, you know, a lot of these kids nowadays, some of them don't even have a driver's license. They don't even know what credit is. There's always ways. I'm sure he had family members that would have helped him if he was doing the right thing. At least he lived up to his tattoo, black-hearted, dark-hearted. He had that dumbass shit. Man, that shit be killing me. You know what my thing is, man? When I was in prison, right? Check this out. I used to look at people and the tattoos they got on. And I'm like, you just got that stuff on you. It must not mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? People have loyalty on there and be the most disloyal people ever. Or they'll have, I have no fear, but they cry when somebody didn't come see them on the visit. It's like, man, people say and do some of the stupidest stuff to make them identify themselves, thinking that if they name themselves this, they can live up to that someday. Makes no sense, man. 2 people dead. One dude got a GoFundMe where people have been putting it in because they heard his story. This man left his country to make a better life and send money home to his wife and child. This guy didn't care nothing about that because all he saw was a face and a skin tone he don't like. Think about that. You a person with dark skin and you mad at somebody else's skin? That's like me shooting somebody that's dark skinned saying I don't like how they look. See the fucking lunacy in that? Got a hell of a nerve, man. Got caught, admitted everything. If you had guilt and all this other stuff, you shouldn't have did that shit in the first place. You see it all the time, these car chases. Kids go out and do the craziest thing. People go out and do the wildest stuff. Then they get on the road and drive like a bat out of hell, tearing up other people and all kind of stuff, trying to run away like slaves, about to get caught when they put themselves in that position. Can't say you don't know what you're doing. That's why I say, you know, people need to be shown the flowers. You turn a problem that you had into somebody else's problem. Then when you're escaping, that's another problem. You put everybody at jeopardy that ain't got nothing to do with it. People that are trying to go home to their children. Mothers with children in their car. Elderly people just trying to get to and fro. You running them over, crashing into people, all kind of stuff just to get away from something you shouldn't have did in the first fucking place. This guy right here, y'all get no respect, man. That 24 years old, you know the difference between right and wrong, and you chose to do that shit. 2 people are gone, you still here, and taxpayers on the fucking hook to feed this piece of shit. Fuck off. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.